Eh. Mike's out over here.
Same over here. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing?
I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show.
Yeah, it had to happen to somebody.
Hide that, unhide that. Hey, look, it worked. And then make it big. Yes, welcome back to episode 20, session 20 of Tomb of Annihilation, where the group, after 19 sessions, so much time, finally made it to Omu.
Remembering that when we streamed Curse of Strahd, the last game, by session 20, we were about done.
Yeah, but that was also... Well, other things happened for that.
Also true.
Yeah, I will say smaller area that you're exploring where you can move, like 8, close to 20 hexes or so over the course of a day.
Especially considering when they stole the horse and carriage.
Yeah. And whereas this, it's because you're on a full freaking peninsula, part of a continent, it was 1 hex a day. So yeah, and then getting lost and everything like that. But yeah, welcome to the official halfway part of this whole adventure.
Woo!
Halfway.
Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway
Yes.
there.
We're almost there. We're almost there. I'm not
Omu
sure
is
of the rest of the song, but we're almost there.
Omu is officially the halfway part of the adventure and the second shortest chapter in the campaign book.
Wonder what the
Yay.
line. Wonder what the shortest chapter is.
The next part of this adventure. No, actually, that is tied for the second, because Port Nyanzaro is just built into the getting started part of it.
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just adjusting sound volume mix over here.
But yes, so who remembers where we were and who would like to do a recap for us?
Well, let's see. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we had continued to...
Everybody was still screaming for the 25th episode in a row.
It has been a total of 5 hours for the amount of time to have this 5-minute playtime. Yes, I'm referencing Frieza. I don't give a...
Or even better, this fight will last for 30 minutes. And it will be this entire arc.
Do you have a watch on you?
That's the Tournament of Power. The final for Dragon Ball Super. I think the entire thing of that, like, entire fight with, like, the Jiren guy and such, from the time it starts to when they actually beat Jiren is supposed to be, like, potentially 30 minutes.
I think it was like 52 minutes, if I remember correctly. To which I see you and raise you the Cell games? How long was that supposed to technically last?
The Cell game, the fight itself for the Cell games is supposed to be just during the day.
Yeah, I mean the lead up was a week, but yeah, how long was that actual fight?
I don't think they actually say a time during the Cell games.
Oh, we're off topic again.
Yeah.
What else is new? I start with a framing device and we go on a completely different tangent.
Anyway, the last time on D&DZ.
last time on D&DZ, the Z Warriors, the Z Party members, found their way to Omu. after running into another significantly more lost party who gifted them a portable hole so that Diggory could stop bitching about carrying a boat. They then used that hole in a very Warner Brothers style manner in order to skip 2 days of travel over a critical roll on a wisdom save. After which they discovered a big hole in the ground with a bunch of broken buildings in it. Walking around said hole and going down a stairway, the party eventually finds that some of their items they have been holding for this entire time that have barely been acknowledged for the whole run of this show have suddenly unlocked new abilities and powers. We ignore those again and continue inside. Where now we return to our party standing over, if I remember correctly, a pile of burnt out corpses.
Yes.
Not the least of which, apparently, is the entire cast of characters, including the DM from that stupid voice. My work here is done. I fly like I leave dramatically like Tuxedo Mask.
Oh my god.
No, you don't leave dramatically like Tuxedo Mask. You
No,
leave like Poochie.
Yeah, I tried jumping out the window, catch my toe on the sill, and then just go ass over tea kettle down 3 flights of stairs. Ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ooh, ee, oh, ooh, ee, ah, ee, oh, ooh,
No,
ooh,
that's not the way. It's the film just decides to go up and just I must go. My planet needs me. Ooh.
My planet needs me.
So what you're saying is that Chun will act like he's in Kung Fu and Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Either that or I'm TTS Caldor Drago. How would you know my well-kept secret? Have you made a visit in my ear? Tomb of Annihilation, everybody.
Yes.
Serpent Ninja, the 100 stair backwards fall down.
Hey Johnny, how about that one of you fall down the stairs? Sure thing, Bobby.
All right, so yeah, you were not necessarily, you had heard a cry for help, help out a old man who was under some collapsed bits of wall, who introduced themselves to you as Orvex, and the last thing that they told you was that they were working with the Red Wizards of Thay before everything happened in the compound. And that's kind of where we left off.
Yep.
Okay.
But they had also, just before we left, asked if they could come with you.
Which we agreed to. I think.
I don't think we got to that part.
I think we got to them asking and then cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Yeah, cliffhanger,
We also had
because
a
out of
bunch
the
of-
corner of all of our ears, we heard.
Yes. Well, that was because I had been up since like 1 in the morning. He didn't, and it's not the problem.
So yes, you have heard that this person was working for the Red Wizards, and he wants to come with you. So, what say you?
Should we accept his offer?
What color shirt is he wearing?
Oh no.
No, okay. I make no promises about stopping the memeing, but yeah.
That
Okay,
was his image.
that's right.
Brown shirt.
Brown shirt.
It would have been funny if it was a red shirt.
It would have been, but I'm not surprised. I'm gonna stop that reference there. All right. Oh,
Don't worry, I could get you something red. Someday.
at any rate, at least ways we haven't run afoul of the Red Wizards of yet.
Well, if you let me come with you, I'd be happy to broker deals with the Red Wizards so they don't attack you. Forge a truce for you.
It would be a boon to us, certainly.
I mean, they haven't really attacked us, have they?
True. But and I turn over to Orlov or Orvex. Like, that's just because they haven't is no guarantee they won't, correct?
I mean, they are they did honor the deal that they made with me until the Yuan T killed everybody here. But I mean, they are Red Wizards at the same time, so you deal with that information what you will.
And I choose to be cautious in the extreme. Although, though, like I said, having the possibility of a parlay built in will be helpful. I say you will be allowed to join us.
No objections here.
No, that is incredibly perfect. As soon as I am more than happy to help you on your journey, folks. Once I'm fully rested and recovered, I am more than happy to recount the legend of the nine gods for Omu for you, and help me to translate any old Umuan and translate carvings for you, so we can help you find I can help you find the puzzle cubes. As I take it, you are seeking the tomb, just like the Red Wizards.
Hmm. First, we've heard of a tomb, but if it has something to do with the curse of undeath, that sounds like a lead we should be following as well.
No, I mean, there's the Tomb of the Nine Gods that's supposed to be in Omu, but I can tell you about that again more once I'm rested and recovered from being collapsed in rubble.
Certainly. So, shall we then take that rest? What have we done other than just walk?
You rested and came into the city. You had a small event. You haven't really gotten into any fights, so you haven't used any resources. It's still early in the day, too.
Alrighty.
Yeah, the only fighting we've really done was run into dinosaurs.
And there's nobody T-posing to play act as being a guard.
Well, since it's still early in the day, we could just look around this area that's kind of walled off.
It's a good start, I suppose.
You won't find much around here. The Yuan took all of the Red Wizard supplies, their fane.
What would they need with that?
They still need to eat and stuff, and they still like treasure.
A most reasonable consideration. Well, I apologize if this might be a bit much, but if there's nothing here to be found, I realize you desire the ability to rest and recuperate, but is there any? But are you possible able to move around a bit at least?
I won't lie. I may slow you down just a little bit, but I should be able to keep up with your group until I am fully rested.
At any rate, no more than the boat.
If you have a why do you have a boat in the city in the middle
Don't.
of the jungle?
It is a long and complicated story that involves a tremendous amount of wealth distribution and pride. It's probably not best to dwell on it too much.
What are the flooded part on the top, in the northeast part?
Because we, the part of the Red Wizards that I was with only came, well, basically when we came and set up this place. I didn't get a chance to go out and explore too much in the city before the UNT attacked. I don't know anything about a flooded part really.
And we came in from the north, so we could see the entire city from there. It's flooded on the top right. We just had a boat prepared for it.
Well, then you guys seem incredibly smart. You may be able to check out one of the shrines with it too. There's a shrine not too far from here to the. Hold on, I gotta get my cardinal directions memorized.
If it's the one directly to our left, that's west.
Yeah, there's a shrine to the west that has some water in it that you might find useful.
And it's not all that far. That shouldn't.
If you go through the hole in the wall here and trek through the vines, you probably 20 minutes, if that.
I'd say, let's check out this shrine at least. If things go wrong, well, we can take our rest and allow our new acquaintance his opportunity to recover.
Sounds good to me.
No arguments here.
You go the vine route, I'll go the wall route. Have fun.
Dragons. Well then, I guess we will travel through this hole or whatever and take the 20-minute walk over there then.
Okay. Let me move everybody's tokens. And you are coming from that side, so I know what side to put the tokens on.
So do you guys go over the wall instead of going through the shrubs? But
I mean, I could try to use the portable hold trick again, but
she doesn't go way up. She just goes above it.
Well, there's a hole in the wall on that back side there that he pointed out to you so you can take. So everybody can just travel through there.
She doesn't want to go that way. She just goes over the wall because she can do it.
Oh, no, I was just letting you know.
Yeah, it's just I was explaining that she's just like, nah, I'm going to style on these people. I'm going
Style
over.
in.
Going over and just waiting on the other side because you can.
You guys eventually make, after that 20 minutes of hacking and slashing, nothing really happens to you. But you eventually do arrive at the shrine and find yourself in front of a rectangle. You find yourself in front of a rectangular pool of murky water that stretches before the fine draped shrine. Rope bridges that once spanned the water float on the surface, tangled with other debris. The shards of a toppled monolith form stepping stones to the middle of the pool, where a statue of a stone frog rises above the water.
A stone what?
Stone frog.
Frog. Okay. That is the weirdest ass frog I've ever seen.
Yes.
What's a frog from above?
Probably a slan.
Much like the infamous, it's a Jigglypuff as viewed from above.
Sure. Yes. Oh boy.
This Pokemon episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
So-
that Pokemon? Voltorb, Electrode. It's a certain angle of Poliwag.
Oh,
Who's that Pokemon in the perfect circle? Is Jigglypuff from above. But kill it.
What's that Pokemon cry? Dee-dee-doo. Oh, that's Ditto. Nope, it's Poliwag again. Did you know that the cry for Poliwag and Ditto are functionally identical?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like I said, I made no promises about more memes. Anyway.
The pool is very cloudy and muddy at the bottom, or at the water that is down a little bit. You can't tell exactly how deep based on looking at it is, but Orvex does stumbles into the area a few moments after you guys do, not too far behind, kind of heaving and breathing. Looks around and looks at the statue and instantly recognizes the area. Oh, this must be Kubazan's shrine.
Ubazan?
Kubazan, yes. One of the 9 gods.
Mhm.
God of frogs or Slan, I take it?
Well, I mean, he's normally depicted as a froghemoth, but so frogs, he's not exactly. I'll go into more about the guys when I'm a little bit more rested, okay? But just know that he's not bad. He is a trickster god.
Well,
Well, I suppose all of them are trickster gods, but
let's see how much they like my trick. In for a copper, in for a gold, I suppose. And I summon Shadow directly over the pond, and he's just going to fall right in to find how deep it is.
okay.
As long as the hole is less than 30 feet deep, he will stick around, and we will know.
How tall is your character?
Yeah, about 7 foot.
Okay. Where are you summoning him? Ping the square that you want to summon.
I was going to summon him about here.
Okay. You summon him, and he is somehow standing on the top of the water.
You didn't
Nice one.
Your shadow was Shadow Jesus.
And then very quickly after, a giant mouth erupts from the pond, consuming your shadow. As
We don't want to use the boat.
Yes, probably not. Oh, look, a froghemoth.
a froghemoth rises out of the pool and begins to attack you. Welcome to Initiative.
Well then, like I said, in for a copper, in for a gold.
Hello there, Brunier. How you doing? Welcome to the game. Initiative roll.
Ah, for fuck's sakes.
Cool.
You think you're doing well?
Oh, dear goddess.
Les, save me!
No, poor digger.
Dirty 20!
All right. Let's change this over to combat music. Stop the rise of the agents and go to this one. All right. Yadun, you are up first.
My scythe takes another.
I really love how this setup is like just out of like necessity, the most Final Fantasy ass shit we've done so far.
All right, we're doing this. I have custom ATB sliders over here. You guys have all been affected by slow, so I have to move it really quick. And the Frog Hemoth has haste, so it gets 3 turns for your 1.
Hey,
How
Nora
would I
Hogan.
I really like
welcome
this
to
show
chat.
tonight. At these
Why
prices,
would we
who's
be
gonna
afflicted with
complain?
slow?
Because this is a semi-boss battle, so there's gonna be some kind of gimmick to it.
Hopefully, it doesn't have that horrible breath that just causes every single debuff you can think of.
It does look like a Marlboro, so yes, now it does have bad breath. Thank you, Kitsu. Idun, you are up. What are you doing?
Choice. Ooh boy.
Chaos.
I keep forgetting that roll 20 lets you pop out character sheets, so I don't have to keep dropping him, and I can see things that I can do with it. Doing well, pretty Bronier. I'm okay. Enjoying some D&D, and already within like 30 minutes of starting the session, we get some fun combat.
We get chaos incarnate.
I mean, I'm here already, so that kind of works in our favor, doesn't it?
Bronier, we are running Tomb of Annihilation. Not going to spoil too much about that or say too much about it just for spoilers, but if you know anything about the Tomb of Annihilation, it is kind of a famous adventure.
I'm gonna use breath weapon.
Okay.
Yep. Breath weapon. And it's a Constitution save.
Okay. Here's the question. If I have this popped out, will it roll in? It does. It passes.
Takes half damage.
No.
What type of damage?
Cold.
Okay.
My-
So it takes 5 damage.
I feel that I am the only one currently able to get within the punchy range. Step / float up a step. Punch it.
Punch it, Chewie.
15 hits.
For 6.
Punch it, Chewie.
And that's what I got. And for bonus action,
Bonus action.
yeah. And punch it again.
13 does not hit. Its AC is 14.
Right in between.
Hmm.
Nice. The scouting mission has done.
All right.
Now, don't screw me over, everyone else.
Les, you're up.
Don't worry. You know,
Everyone
Les
screws
is
up.
more competent than Diggory is. She's at least ways faster.
And as ranged attacks.
Exactly. So
Everyone
let's.
just
Okay, so let's see. I just need a moment to reevaluate myself with what I've got. And actually, there it is. Yeah,
It's a Final Fantasy battle where we only have a small setup of platforms and we have to dodge through these orange spots on the
Okay.
ground.
So here's what. Okay. Les is going to use her bonus action and use Celestial Revelation to get wings.
Yay! Wings!
And D&D Beyond has decided to take a big old massive dump.
Gotta love D&D Beyond.
Oh, I do. It just
No.
So yeah. So Les now has a flying speed for a minute. And in doing so is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 this direction in the air. And is then going to launch her 2 Eldritch Blasts against the Froghemoth.
Okay.
Yay!
With an 18 to hit and rolling the second one. Oh, please no. Please no.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
Oh,
so let me get this pulled up here.
Yeah,
I need.
You get the crit fail, and I'll roll the damage on the first one.
yeah, because one of them did hit.
So
Yeah, you
12
still hit with it.
Yeah, so 12 points of force damage on the first one before the second one explodes in Les's face.
Oh no, I need you to roll a D100.
Well, that's also
Hey.
true. All right,
Take the full
D100.
U-turn.
Because don't forget, remember, with critical fails for that, it just automatically causes wild magic.
Yep, 40.
Mm.
A 40.
A beholder spawns right here.
Les,
No,
is,
she
pe-
got-
Les
she-
is petrified and falls into the water.
And she's overground right now.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Did-
I have to ask this: how high off the ground is Les?
That's a good
Assuming
question.
that the Froghemoth is a little bit below us in the pool, judging from how the terrain is looking, she didn't go all that high, probably about 15 feet.
Okay, Les switches places with a creature of her choice within 60 feet.
Oh no.
Oh, with a creature of her choice within 60 feet. That would have been hilarious if I chose a Froghemoth, that would be hilarious, but
That is of her choice.
it is of her choice. You know
And
what?
We do have that does put it in
In a weird
average
spot.
It puts it in a weird spot, but a better spot for the next 2 people coming up.
also kind of true. So, you know what? I'm gonna switch with the Froghemoth and force him to have that weird footing.
So the Falkhemoth drops about 15 feet, which doesn't drop very much at all because it is a huge creature. It is fine. It kind of slumps its way back into mostly being inside the water, though.
But it's still in this general spot.
Yeah, it's still in this general spot. You can still easily reach. It's because of the size of it and the token. It is part inside, part outside of the pond.
It's
For
like
those
those
who have-
peop- It's like those people that are just about to get into the water where they're just touching the water to make it so, like, is it good? Is it too cold?
For those of you who have never seen one of these before, this is what the Froghemoth fully looks like.
Yep, it is a big pseudo-froggy looking guy with a bunch of tentacles, 3 eyes on a single stalk. It's really kind of amazing how it has like frog in its concept, even though it only because it's due to its only real thing being that it's only fuck. I'm gonna stop talking because I've lost myself. The only
Anything
way
else
it
that lets us
resembles
go?
a frog is its skin.
What was that?
And that is
It was
amphibious.
very strange. It was very weird. It was peculiar. It was kind of amusing. Yes, it was rather funny. It was incredibly
Anything
funny.
else
I
that
loved it.
lets
Hilarious.
How far down did you go in the water, by the way? You swapped
so
places.
she swapped places. How? Leslie's only about 5'5", so she's under the water and you can't see her head.
Oh,
Cool. Also, Nora
Well, I
Hogan,
really
thank you
like
for the
this show
follow. I
tonight.
appreciate it.
At these prices, who's gonna
He has-
complain?
Fine.
She still has some movement. No, she doesn't have any movement left, so she is underwater.
Uh-oh. Spaghettios.
Luckily, it takes a lot longer than 6 seconds to potentially start drowning, but
Whoops, hang on.
since she swapped places, have Les make a Constitution save for me.
I have a feeling that that's a.
Hang on. I'm suffering some technical difficulty here.
Not technical difficulties.
Con save?
I
Fail.
have a feeling that that's.
There we go. Con save.
More a person is.
Oh,
DJ!
I rolled. It was a 1.
so since she was casting the spell, even though she is a mute, she has to mouth the words. When she got teleported in there, her mouth was completely open, and she has swallowed a bunch of water. Les is officially drowning right away.
Good.
Chan, I am in the mood of. I have my scythe ready.
All right, that will be Les's turn.
Oh. So was that? No, that was just a con save because she's in the water now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't-
was
That
a
is the
concentration-
end. That's the end of Les's
Okay.
turn.
Okay, because she has advantage on con saves when you make to maintain concentration.
No, it's just not a concentration thing. It's just because she
Because she was in the middle of doing something
teleported
and
under the
just went
water to see
left.
if she. Yeah.
I'm not sure the scythe is
Yeah.
going to be necessary, Kitsu. I believe this is someone from the game shop.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Alright.
what she's asking, so.
Shauna,
Maybe
your
I'm the wrong
turn.
way.
Sent you a thingamabob, and it's just like I've had that situation before where they sent something and it's like, oh, here's my website that
Yeah, let's
art stuff.
let's not worry about that for the moment. Besides, it's your turn anyway.
Yes, it is my turn. Shauna saying, seeing its full thing, will bring out her paintbrush, but
Yeah.
will not get close by, and will draw a firebolt right in front of her.
I forgot to
Sending it
roll for
right
Orvex.
to
16.
Will a 14 hit?
14 hits, that's its AC.
4 or 6.
You notice that through the damp skin of the froghemoth, the firebolt doesn't seem to do as much damage.
And now she's going to run away. About 25, hiding behind Diggory.
Okay.
So, should we have Orvex go at this point? Because he's supposed to be in front of.
He is exhausted and stunned by he's surprised by the whole thing, so he is going to be passing his first turn.
Okay.
For reference, he has level 3 exhaustion.
Ah, fun.
So Ramira, your turn.
Need, hey.
Partially on land.
I can't see over here.
You can't see?
Yeah, literally, like there's this radius that's supposedly around Kitsu's character, but I literally can't see the boss or anything else that's beyond that for that matter. It's like the
Hold on,
whole-
vision. Okay, I see why. Boop, boop.
there
Should be
we
fixed.
go. Okay. Exactly all my movement. I'm gonna hack at this sucker. Of course, I will rage. And of course, reckless attack for frenzy. Oops, wow, I forgot the. But 21,
21
damage,
hits.
but a chance for critical. Okay, never mind. That's all the rage damage, but then including, and then for frenzy. Oh, for fuck's sakes! That's a grand total of 14 for the first attack,
Okay.
and then normal attack after. Come on, damn you, where? Oh, you been. There we go. Okay.
26 hits.
No, for 5 damage.
Well, it
No,
definitely
wait,
seems like it is a
sorry.
little bit.
Sorry.
You can see your axe attacks biting into the flesh of the froghemoth. It seems a little bit more upset, but it is still standing quite well. Anything else you are doing on your turn?
Nope,
I think
that's
you used
it.
all your actions. Okay.
Yeah, that's all my actions.
The froghemoth. While it does only have a very low intelligence, it is smart enough to realize it can move over to here so I can get better attacks. And it is going to make a total of 3 attacks. first attack is it is lashing out with a tentacle against Les. I know they're underwater, so it's not worried about that one. She's drowning.
Wow,
can't even see
15-foot
right now.
reach even.
It is going to lash out against Idune with a
Okay.
tentacle. First one. A 25 to hit.
That hits. And what is this?
22 damage, and you are grappled.
I am going to. It won't be able to get rid of the entire damage, but I am going to use deflect attack to reduce the total damage.
Okay.
Reduce it by 1d10 plus 10. So I take 2, and I'm
You take-
grappled.
And you are grappled.
2 is significantly better than 22.
It is going to attack with the another tentacle. It is going to attack Orvex.
Oh boy.
And a 12 hits for 23 damage, and Orvex is grappled. And then it will bite at Ramira, who is right in front of it. Rolling a 13,
Yeah,
which
that's
will
not good.
miss. That is its turn. Diggory, your turn.
All right. Doodly-ba. Make sure I'm using the right page on screen. There's a lot of that, isn't it? All right, let's see. Is my echo still still?
Your echo is gone.
Okay.
Your echo got eaten.
Okay. So if I can be allowed to do this, I am going to manifest Echo next to the Froghemoth. Is it possible to put him on stable ground on this bit of wreckage right here?
On the bridge?
Yeah.
You can put him there.
Okay.
Do I still have your no, I don't have your tokens.
Yeah.
Let's go get Shadow token. And you will watch as soon as your shadow touches down on the bridge that you see, it sinks into the water as it stops where it is there's about a foot of your height left over from your shadow in the water.
Okay, so the pool itself is about 6 feet deep. That's good to know. Not what I was after, but good to know. Unfortunately, I don't have anything all that great. Okay, so I'm going to change what I was going to do. Although, actually, well, no, wait, hang on. Unleash Incarnation is also... Oh, it can be an attack. Can I use Unleash Incarnation in tandem with a spell?
Read me or ping me what Unleash Incarnation does.
You can heighten your Echo's Fury. Whenever you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from the Echo's position.
rules is written, it says no, because it is an attack action and that's a magic action.
Fair
But
enough.
that's not fun. So yes, you can cast a spell from your shadow.
I wasn't going to cast a spell from the shadow, but I was going to. But here's what I was thinking of doing, and rule as you will. I was going to cast Firebolt from my position, and then unleash Incarnation to have Shadow take a punch.
Yes, you can. I will let that.
All right, so I will do that. Firebolt first. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right, so that will be 2d10 fire damage for a total of 12. Plus 1 unarmed strike from Shadow. Please, 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 please.
Nope.
23, no crit.
No. I love how that you can hear my reaction before you see the numbers, because it just takes that long for it to realize, oh, I need to put colored number here. Anyway, damage. All right, 14 bludgeoning damage on top of that, and since he's 2 sizes larger, my Crusher Feet doesn't proc. All right.
The Frogina seems quite upset, but is overall still looking relatively healthy.
Imagine how funnier it would have been if my shadow had been a thing, and then I just swapped places with it, and then just done something really ridiculous inside of it. Like, say, oh wait, I don't have anything ridiculous. If I do, like, Thunder Wave inside of its stomach. But I don't have Thunder Wave prepared. All right.
All right.
That's the end of my turn.
We're going to switch it over to Dune. I'm going to run to use the restroom really quick, and then once I get back, we will continue on.
Alrighty.
I know we have the battle music here. I just like the interplanetary combat music from Star Fox Zero. It's the
So you've got
must be
you've got that going. You like that? On my side, I've actually got a track from FTL playing as well, and it actually kind of works well layered over it, but might be a little bit busy. Honestly, you really can't tell that it's no longer on. I'll just go with the stuff out of Roll20. Or actually, no. No, you couldn't actually. No. I'll keep it on. You can't actually hear the Roll20 stuff.
I can turn the Roll20 up if you want me to.
Well, my point. Well, that would. Okay. I can definitely hear it on my thing now. That's not really what I was going... Not really worried about it. We were just talking about combat music.
I was able to hear a little bit. Okay.
What?
It is
Wake
a Dune's
me
turn.
when the
You
show
are
starts.
grappled.
It's already been on a while.
In place.
Wake me when it's over.
Wheel of Anime.
So it technically isn't within striking distance of me because it's grappling me.
Yes, you can technically hit the tentacle, yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm going to do Breath of the Dragon, which is the monk variant of Dragon Breath. I'm aiming it at the frog, but trying to not hit the shadow. That's what the angling I'm trying to do here, because it's a 30-foot line. So if I aim it like this, it does not hit the shadow.
Yep. No, that it doesn't hit the shadow.
Okay. So I know if I angled it this way,
It
that
still
would
wouldn't hit the shadow.
it wouldn't?
Nope. Because
So
it's going from this square to this square right here.
You could also
Okay.
use this effects tool that me and Dehedro were playing with and just do this. Bah. But yeah.
That doesn't have the... That doesn't have the... Why don't they have the thing? Well, that is what I'm going to be doing. For 10 lightning damage.
It needs to make a dexterity save.
Yep.
Is this big thing dexterous? No!
It kind of is, but not on this one.
Yep. Yeah, it's lightning damage.
Okay. How much damage for 10 damage?
Yep.
So you watch as the lightning damage washes over the body of this behemoth. It doesn't seem to affect it that much, but you do notice that the eyes seem a little bit dazed and confused.
That wasn't enough to get. Okay. I can punch the tentacle, right?
Yes, you can.
So, Draconic Strike, punch.
16 hits for 10 damage.
Let's do acid. It's Draconic Strike, so I can pick between acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Let's do acid.
You seem to have landed a very solid blow. The creature still seems a little bit stunned and is looking a little not weakened or bloodied. It still looks pretty healthy, but it does seem confused right now. Anything else you are doing?
Oh, my name is Diggory, and I've got a funny thing.
When don't you have something funny, Chun?
I mean, this is entirely true, but...
You want to hear me sing?
Only if you sing tenor.
Tenor?
10 or 11 miles
Flurry of
away.
blows. So it's going to be 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay. First one hits for 6. Second one hits also for 6.
And that is it.
Okay. Les finds herself under about a half a foot of water. Lungs filling with said murky and disgusting water. But it is her turn.
All right, do I have to roll anything?
Right now, no.
Okay. So, Les is going to kick off the bottom of the pond and get a big old gasp of air. So she's no longer drowning, with luck.
Nope, she is spitting out a bunch of water, though it is hard for her to cast spells.
All right. Well, at the very least, I still have her
wings.
wings, so she is going to pretty. She's actually good. She's pretty much going to go 30 feet straight up. Is there like a good way of? Here, there we go.
Showing height.
Yeah, there. I got wing.
I wish there was a like way that I can go ahead and mark the height of something.
Well, I got a. Well, how about I did put that wing there, so there.
No, I know that. I'm just talking like you are 30 feet up in the air instead of.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Well, we could try. Here. 30 feet up.
Yeah, that works.
It's stupid, but it works.
Yeah, it's breath.
Okay. What else is she doing?
Well, if I can't cast spells.
No, she can cast.
Oh.
This is hard.
She's just every spell that she rolls. If it's an attack roll, you roll at disadvantage. If it's just a cast, you have to roll a basically a concentration check to be able to get it off.
Okay.
I'd recommend the concentration thing because she has advantage on that.
You know what? That's fair. All right. To which case, then, I am going to have her cast. Oh, that'd be funny, actually. Do I be funny, or rational?
Yes.
Well, I can only cast one spell.
Finally rational or rationally funny.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll not be. I'll be rational. I'm gonna cast Hex.
Oh. That's not
Okay.
what I thought you were going to do.
What'd you think it was going to do?
Cast Cloud of Daggers on its directly on it.
That actually,
It is big enough.
honestly,
Cast Cloud of Daggers right in its belly.
well, like a place within. Center point within range. It doesn't say anything about a place I can see. So actually, yeah. on that regard, let's just actually retcon it. We'll cast Cloud of Daggers on its eye stalks at the very least.
Okay, you cast Cloud of Daggers, which is how big of a circle?
5-foot cube, centered on a point within range.
5-foot cube. So basically right at the middle.
Yep. Cast a spell.
And you need to roll Constitution.
That I will. That's a check or a save. I mean, not that it's going to matter much. It's still +2 anyway.
You're just rolling concentration.
Okay,
So
but that's
so it's with
DC is
advantage.
15.
DC is
It's
50.
with advantage.
So is that a save or a check? Is that's I've never really been super strong on the idea of concentration.
So it is concentration is technically a saving throw because
Okay.
you only take it if you are technically you're only supposed to take it if you are taking damage and you have to check concentration. This is just because she's swallowed water. She has to check. She's checking to see, so it's still a save.
Okay, so concentration check with advantage becomes a 21.
It goes off.
All right, and Cloud of Daggers on that regard, that's 44 slashing damage. If it enters the cube or ends its turn there.
64 because
Oh yeah.
each spell slot above 2 and it's
That's true. All right, so 6 feet. All right, that's a bunch of caltrops that I rolled a lot of ones
You're
on.
casting it at a higher. You're casting it at third level. Ooh, third level. Okay,
Second
yeah.
level.
Oh.
Or,
You
Well,
selected third level.
It's warlock. It's automatically
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
max is.
yeah, that's
Oh
that-
yeah, it's
that's
automatically
true.
cast to the highest level. Never mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just clicked the button on the thing. So
Minus 16 points of damage. The cloud of daggers slice and dice and cause damage to the froghemoth. Anything else that Les is doing?
I'm going to say no. She doesn't. There's nothing that I'm aware of
Okay.
that is for a bonus action. So yeah.
Orvex is freaking out as the tentacle from the froghemoth has wrapped around him.
Quite reasonably.
He is going to attempt to escape with his 3 levels of exhaustion, where he has disadvantage on
Everything.
everything right now. So let's see. It is a he is better with dexterity, so he's going to try and escape using that. So I can't easily set him to roll with disadvantage in.
Yeah, just do the roll twice and then do the lower
It will
one.
it'll automatically roll with advantage or disadvantage in this case. I just picked the lower one.
Yeah.
Oh, let's turn the advantage toggle. Disadvantage. Like that and roll. An 11, which does not escape. So he screams out, "Please, can somebody help me? I'm stuck and quite hurt, and well, this is not a good situation."
We're working on it.
Shauna, your turn.
Okay.
It's preoccupied at the moment.
I did say that Peachukun's going to take over for Shauna, but I have an idea that Shauna just realized after peeking around Diggory. She's gonna run up and gonna slice at the tentacle.
You
Because
getting-
she's like the only one that's not occupied.
You gonna use one of your fancy swords?
Have you given her the fancy sword yet?
So I told her I haven't made it in there, but I told her that it is a base for a long sword with. Hold on, let me pull it back up here.
Yep, it's a long sword.
One or two-handed, with either a D8 or D10 damage based.
It is. Where are my items?
Equipping longsword.
There it is. Come on, load.
Do you have your
Sort of
home-
like, it is a. It is
Okay.
a +1 sword that is all that is able to be told about it right now.
Ah, right, it's a +1. I have it as just a normal longsword. Whoops.
Do you have homebrew
Oh.
set to share with us? I know you said you haven't built it, but
I do have homebrew. I'm just having a hard time making this item in Roll20 because I'm using some not official or in D&D Beyond for it to be used.
sure. All right.
It's a longsword. +1. And I have it as just a normal longsword.
To then just add 1 to the attack and damage rolls. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're going to use that, then just add 1 to it.
Yep.
Alright.
Going to attack the tentacle to free the guy. And guessing that's more of a miss, or I hit and just
Boink.
That's a
right
miss.
off the.
That is a miss.
You do have more than 1 attack, though.
True.
You can do another swipe.
What?
I'm just making sure you are using the sword of light, right?
Yes, it's just known as a longsword right now.
Okay.
That's a
You hit with that
30,
second one.
20.
You feel as you hit before you roll damage. You feel a voice call out into your head that seems to be asking you if you want to use the special ability of the sword.
Why am I getting Sparkle Tink vibes off of this thing now?
She would probably say yes just for this situation.
Cool.
Pitching goals.
Cool. Go ahead and roll damage then.
Hi. Two-handed, so it will be an.
It'll be less than the one-handed.
Oh no! So since Shauna used the special ability, the blade seems to slice through a little bit more than you seem to have done before. You actually deal double damage to the creature.
Ooh.
However, you lose 3 points of health, and everybody else in the party heals for 3 points.
That's that.
Wow.
Okay.
It's almost... how much... Wait, did Les take any damage from drowning, or was she just starting to drown?
She was just starting to drown.
Okay.
The only person that's really taken damage was me.
All right.
The other guy.
So
Or that's-
Shauna has taken 3 damage that you cannot reduce in any way, and everybody else in your party heals for 3 damage.
Wow.
Well, that helps. That helps our friend here.
And since you have figured used the special ability, I will give you the full thing of the sword. I will post this in just general chat for this so everybody can see what the sword of light actually does.
Yay. Now she gets to sacrifice herself for the greater good of the Emperor.
I just now noticed the sushi roll in the chat, too. That also looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I want sushi. Anyway,
Anyway.
It's a bacon.
If you do lose 2d4 health, the rest of your party
It's a
heal
bacon
by 2d4.
sushi.
So this creature clearly is not chaotic then.
that is correct. It is not chaotic.
That is interesting. That is an interesting weapon. All right.
At the end of this campaign, or at the end of this campaign, John, I will share with you the document for all of the special items that I have made, because there's a lot of stuff in there, but they are in this campaign, so I'm not going to share with it right away.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Shauna, anything else that you are doing?
Nope, because she's feeling the drainage.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Ramira, your turn.
About all I can do. I'm gonna keep on hacking at it. Okay.
Hack the planet-sized frog. I'll see myself out.
Just imagine those frog legs, though.
Okay,
Would
honey, it's been
would the
years since I
tentacles
had
make
some.
chicken flavored calamari?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey,
course
you're
this is
talking
fun.
to a food person, so
All right, Mary, go ahead. A 24 hits.
Oh, for okay. See if we can't get anything out of the frenzy.
Tentacle frog legs, anyone?
You are hacking and slashing and causing a decent amount of damage. It does seem to be getting weaker.
Alright, max attack, normal. #21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oh, for
All right.
not dealing the damage like I was back in Cursor Strahd.
Turns her head to look over her shoulder. Dickory? I don't know what happened, but I feel a little drained.
That's it of my turn.
All right. The Froghemoth is going to take one action this turn, and it is going to attempt to bite Ramira because it is right in front of it. An 18 that will hit. You will take 27 piercing and 11 acid damage, and you are swallowed, blinded, and restrained in the gullet of the Froghemoth. The rest of the party, at least from Shauna and Idun, and less since she's flying, can see this. Diggory, you're having a hard time necessarily seeing it. Watch as Ramira gets gobbled up into the maw of the Froghemoth.
Swallowed by a frog.
it's not easy being green.
And at the end of its turn, does it just take the 16 damage again from the slashing, or do you have to roll that damage again?
If it ends its turn in the area, I believe so. Yes. Each creature in the area, a creature also takes its damage if it enters the cube or ends its turn there, or if
So
the
minus
cube
six-
moves into its space.
So minus 16 damage.
It's not chaotic, but it's also not smart enough to get away from the flying blender.
It is very much not intelligent, especially now since it has a snack.
Well, it's
Diggory.
not going to have that snack for much longer. Who here remembers the climax of Goku versus Cell in DBZA?
I do.
Yep.
Shauna, as you turn around, glance back, you see Diggory, taking an odd pose, focusing an energy in his hand, and all of a sudden, you just hear a pop as Diggory and his shadow switch places.
And you find yourself submerged up to about your neck in water.
Fine with me, as I cast Chromatic Orb at melee, like, as close as possible. So yes, I realize what I'm kind of doing here. For
Yep, you have to
thunder
roll
damage.
The teleport Kamehameha. Ah.
17.
17 will still hit.
All right. For thunder damage, please. 15 points of thunder damage as I do a weird-ass, weak-ass Kamehameha into this thing's side.
That was it is epic, but also very dumb.
Oh,
You've just learned how to do Kamehameha, so it's understandable. You're practicing.
Master Roshi is over in the corner being like, back in my day, I would have done much. We would have done a different thing.
All right. Anything else that Diggory is doing?
It was a bonus action, You know what? Yeah.
Your full action to cast the spell.
Full action to cast the spell, bonus action. You know what? I'm going Bloody Nova. What the fuck am I?
Attack.
Big Bang it. Big Bang it. Nah. What it's gonna be is end up being Final Flash. Action Surge.
Oh boy.
And here's the funny thing. On average, my unarmed attacks have the same average damage as Maul of Terror. So I'm going to make... So it's going to be... And at the same time, watch this. Diggory's Shadow is going to move 15 feet, jumping past a dune and into the water. Because I can still do this. Diggory is going to make 2 more attacks with his fist, while Shadow unleashes Incarnation for another attack.
Okay.
So that's 3 melee attacks. First one,
And a picture of a
15.
naked Frieza.
Second attack is... Please...
A crit.
Yes! And a third attack just to get it out of the way. 3 attacks hit. So here comes the crit roll, just so you can get it out of the way. 3. Meanwhile, the first and third attacks are going to be 7 and 12.
That one that you crit run, you just deal max damage for whatever you can do with it. But
So
you killed the thing.
So that would be a total of that max damage would be 14. So I did, let's see, 15 thunder damage, 19 plus 14 becomes 33. 15 is 48 total damage on my turn in about 5 different ways.
The frog behemoth collapses down and sinks below the waves, pulling Ramira still down underneath the water in its gullet.
I had hoped it would vomit it forward.
Ramira, you are no longer restrained, but you're still in the creature's gullet and sinking under the water, and water is rushing in.
Taking a deep breath and getting the fuck out.
You are able to climb out, and you find yourself popping out right about here. Actually, you're wearing... What kind of armor are you wearing? That's a good question.
She's a barbarian. She's not wearing anything.
Okay. Then you don't have to make a athletics check to try and surface in the swimming. So you are able to swim up to the top and pop your head out, and you see Diggory right next to you, seemingly very excited about the fight that has just happened. Orvex is collapsed onto his knees, breathing and having a mild panic attack as everything is going on.
Shauna's
Why do
sitting on
we
the
always come here?
I guess we'll
ground,
never know.
looking at the
It's like a kind of torture
At the
to
sword.
have to watch the show.
Well, that was an invigorating experience. I'm gonna have to remember that trick and work on it some more. Notice I'm basically trying to get, like, Sun Soul Monk work into this build for some godforsaken reason.
But if you hadn't put your shadow in the water, we wouldn't have had to fight the thing in the first place.
Perhaps.
How careless of you. How careless. She says, holding a stone behind her, but that she was going to toss in if you didn't.
Well, at least ways we know a few things. One, the pool is about 6 foot deep, he says, standing, pontificating as his head is just above water. Here. 2, there was a froghemoth in it. And 3, there is no longer a froghemoth in it. Of any consequence, at least.
Did anyone have something strange? Like some type of aura around them? I feel different.
Well, when you hit the frog, I felt a surge of vitality, but that doesn't... I didn't...
She shows Diggory the weapon that she used.
Isn't that one of the ones that we got from that random fellow in Port Nanzaru?
Oh yeah, the sword that you got, that you totally let get stolen. That zapped a person to death.
I'd like to point out that I just killed that froghemoth.
I did most of the damage.
Yeah.
I would very much like to actually test that, considering like I'm not counting Les's 32 blender damage, but I just did about 50 damage in one turn. It used all of my shit, but anyway.
Yeah, when I hit the tentacle, I had this strange voice asking me if I wanted to use something, and I said yes, and you can probably figure out the rest.
I forget if I identified that thing before. Legitimately, I forgot if I identified it. But...
You attempted to, but it was beyond your ability.
All right, then. Huh. Well...
Above board, you did try to identify the crown, and said no.
Well, yeah, there's the last time I tried to identify the sword was, like, a few months ago now, real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
So-
it would be right when you got access to identify that you probably would have tried it.
Yeah, so it's
Because you didn't have it.
It's been a while. At any rate. Right. Well, I suppose I could give that another go again when we take a rest.
Yeah, because I don't feel good after smacking that thing.
You feel well enough to do your lay on brush thing to the guy here? Because I think he needs it.
I don't feel that great. I think I'm gonna follow behind you folks instead of next to you next time. You seem to attract danger.
As an adventuring party, it kind of comes with the territory.
Giant minotaur, a half dragon, a dwarf, and a elf and human. Clearly, we don't attract anything.
It's odd if we don't.
Granted, the first two should attract attention from anybody. Surprised we don't attract more.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna metagame and have Les use the rest of her a bit less of her fly speed to just see all that shadow. Alright.
Well, I'm going to then use 5 points on our little friend here with her lay on brush.
Okay. He seems to be a little bit better, but he's still having a bit of a mental freak out from being grabbed by a giant monstrosity.
Well, let's.
Only a giant tentacle. Man up.
Minor, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it.
Well, let's look into probably see what this temple is here, and then look into setting up camp for a little while.
Les did do a quick fly around of the exterior of the shrine before her minute of flight ran out.
It seems to be a simple square building covered in vines. Still, I mean, you can tell it is meant to be a shrine, especially with the pool out front, but you're kind of... You see what you see is what you get.
In a small shrine in Omu that was covered in vines lived 12 little tadpoles in 2 straight lines.
Now they're all dead. Just kidding.
Please, seriously, you guys, like, we shared a Babar joke before the other day. Yeah, certainly you guys recognize Madeline.
Yeah.
Idun and Les can see right here. This is a gate. That is shut and kept. Oh, Raid from D&D, Guild D&D Club. Thank you. Welcome, guys. Welcome to some Tomb of Annihilation. Thank you guys so much for the raid.
Hey, I'd give you guys a
And
Ferala
follow.
Gatekeeper if it was on my side. But hey, welcome, guys. And
We
or
are
gals.
having guys and gals and or both. We are doing some Tomb of Annihilation and are exploring one of these shrines here in Omu.
You know what we forgot to do?
What's that?
We could have made a Minds of Moria joke.
How so?
This little line we got here, no, we shall not pass.
No, the little octopus creature that was outside of Moria.
The Watcher in the water?
Yeah.
Dear goddess.
It could have worked. It could have worked for the Froggy myth, yes.
Could have used the Minds of Moria Dehedro. Oh, that was.
But you do see a
Instead,
right
we did
here.
the DBZA thing.
You see a gate shut at the beginning, and there are some words that are scrawled above the gate
Speak,
in a
friend, and
language
enter.
in a language that Orvex, who peeks around the corner, points out is Old Omuin, and it says, "Kubazan urges us to tread without fear, and to give back as much as we take."
Oh boy, free shit.
Well, we certainly gave better than we got, if the Froghemoth is any indication.
I don't think the thing was actually bad. I feel bad now.
Under normal circumstances, Froghemoths are just your average piece of overgrown wildlife. But give as much as we take. Am I expected to do like 50 points of damage to myself? I just look over at my shadow. It could take some time and just have him punch me for a while.
Or you could just punch him and however much damage you do is technically always killing yourself.
True.
Because you're killing him.
Well, not
Well,
really.
So why don't you have him punch the door open? And then you can punch it to kill it.
I was just gonna have us both push the door open in a dramatic manner.
Yeah, but then who knows what would happen?
Couldn't be any worse than dropping a Froghemoth on our heads.
Why don't you have him open the door?
Fine, if we want to be cautious. And to be fair, I did drop him in there to be cautious to begin with, so yes. We'll have the shadow try and open the door.
The door is locked.
Well,
We'll shoot to punch the door open.
I'm not going to use my last Unleash Incarnation for that. It was like the inscription said, "Give as good as you take."
So that means we should grab the shadow and have him and make him as a makeshift battering ram.
Orvex reads it again. It says, Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and give back as much as we take.
Got it. Use shadow as battering ram. Shadow does not fear being used as battering ram.
Oh, that's one way.
Give shadow.
You know what? Well, I am fond of using my head.
But you
But I don't believe ramming headlong into the door is going to do us any good here.
True, but it is your shadow who doesn't take any damage whatsoever, so what do we have to lose? But just have you and Ramira grab the shadow and ram him into the door. Head first.
And when the shadow dissipates and we still have the momentum, what then?
Well, then it's you and Ramira slamming into the door. It should open at that point.
So why don't we just cut to the chase and just ram into the door with all three of us?
Because it's more fun with the ram. Because he's already gonna poof anyway.
Isn't it Melon?
Yes, it is.
Probably.
How long has it been since I've seen or read Lord of the Rings?
Properly.
So is that are you guys going to either human battering ram this or use the shadow as a battering ram?
No one else is using giving any ideas.
I'm fine with either.
Fine, let's try and... Fine. Like you said, Shadow can just come back. I'm half worried that this is going to end up coming as... It's going to bite me in the ass later and come back as a great eldritch being that I've just been abusing this entire time. Alright, the Shadow just planks. We pick him up. Alright, Ramiro, on
Right.
3.
Ready.
Are you so are you getting a running start or are you just battering ramming it? Like
Well,
actually using
there's
it as
only
a
a...
ram?
We've only got about 15 feet of run-up, so we may as well use it.
Yep. I will give you, since there are 2 of you, with both of your strengths are pretty high combined, I will give you an advantage on this roll.
Oh, this will be great. All
I
right.
need there'll be one of you can roll a strength check with advantage.
Uh,
I think Ramira is
I've got
technically.
we both if
Yeah,
we both have 20 strength, it's gonna be the same either way.
you have Ramira has 19. You have 20.
All right, so I guess I will do it with the higher thing. Oh, good.
A 19.
It's better than what it could have been, which would have been funnier, I will admit.
Well,
Yeah,
admittedly,
that's it.
so it is still going to end up being quite funny. So the 2 of you get a running start, moving all the way back to the very edge of this run up, holding your shadow as it is planking, and slam its horns into the door. The shadow dissipates, and the 2 of you slam face first into the unopened door, taking ooh 8 points of damage from running face first into a solid thick stone gate door.
Idun, the next
Without anyone even know.
the next time where I'm going to make a Lord of the Rings reference, it's going to be you. And I hope you enjoy it.
I have the feeling the only person that will notice this is Les, as Shauna just pulls out easel and just paints this wonderful scene.
While you are painting that, are you what wonderful scene, I have to ask? Are you doing the hilarity that happened over here?
The hilarity that happened.
Okay.
Gonna have to
The
thank.
hilarity of the 2 just face planting into the door.
Gonna have to thank Roach for those horn caps. Ugh, wouldn't want to think what would happen if I chipped one of them. Ugh.
All done. Puts her diesel away before anyone even notices.
Orvex will look at the door for a quick second. Does anybody have a key or lock picks?
Sadly, no.
My usual lockpicking method involves hitting things, unfortunately. I'm a researcher, not a rogue. Ugh.
I have some thieves' tools. I can try to pick the lock, but maybe search the grounds for something that contains a key while I'm trying.
Use my head in a proper
Yeah.
manner for once today, I suppose. Well, let's see. What's to possibly here? Let's see. Door of a frog, trickster god. Up again.
So,
Jumping. Splash. I'm gonna.
so he has thieves' tools, right?
Yes.
Hand me the thieves' tools. I'll do it. I actually know how to pick locks.
He hands you the thieves' tools. I don't think I'd be very good at it anyway with how exhausted I am.
Yeah, leave it to the expert.
While that's happening, Diggory is going to investigate something around, see if he can find anything around the base of the statue in the middle.
Yes, I do have proficiency in thieves' tools and +7 sleight of hand for this.
Shana's just sitting on the edge of the on the edge, just looking at the water.
Diggory, go ahead and roll me investigation. Idun, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand.
Well, could have been better, could have been worse. 14.
11.
Idun, you do not pick the lock as you're kind of getting everything in there from your practiced hands. You can tell this is a pretty complicated lock for being relatively ancient. You don't break the tools, but you don't pick the lock.
Hmm.
However, as you have tried to pick the lock, you notice around the lock a glyph appears. And a spell is cast at you from a glyph of warding. It is the fear spell.
Well, all
What
five of you
spell?
are gonna end up afraid. Diggory's over here soaking himself near a thing. Yep.
A fear
Each
spell?
creature in a 30-foot cone has to make a
20, 25. I'm just on the outside of that. Nope. No, I am
Do
so
you
not.
have to? Is it
Unless it's happening
spell
like
where
right
you're
there.
having to look at it to be feared, or
nope, it is just a 30-foot cone, and it is going to be from, let me get the cone measurement.
It is
Like
a.
that.
It is a.
So it's
It is
happening at the door.
the scarecrow fear gas trap.
That's happening there. So
Yep,
it's
right from the middle. So it is hitting
it's-
all of the major people.
Joy, and here I thought I was safe in the water.
Would he be safe in the water? Because it's just barely.
No, you are safe, Digger, because it would end basically roughly right just before,
Yeah,
right before you. So
and you'd also be down, so you'd be even slightly even further.
So Idun, Ramira, Les, and Shauna, I need a wisdom save.
I have
Wisdom.
advantage on all wisdom saving throws.
And we also have. Don't we have a thing with that if we're within? Yeah, we have the
Yeah,
plus
plus
3.
3.
Okay, so
If we're
19.
within.
I
Okay,
did not
so the only one
put
person
a
failed, and that was Ramira.
advantage on that. But
Ramira has to move their full um their full movement plus a dash movement away from the door as you are frightened of the door.
Okay, is dash is that double my movement or?
Yep, you have to move double your movement away from the door
Oh yeah,
in the safest way.
I'm also resistant to psychic damage.
570.
Fear would probably be a psychic damage, wouldn't it?
Fear doesn't deal any damage.
Yeah, it's just a status.
But if it did, it probably would be psychic. Yes.
Yes. But with that, the door is still locked, and the glyph fades. And Ramira, you are frightened for about a minute before you feel confident to come back. Diggory, as you are kind of hearing Ramira kind of scream in panic, running away from the door, you don't find anything at the base of the statue, but as you are kind of looking around it, you notice that the frog statue has an open mouth at the top.
Why do
How
we
difficult would it
always
be to
come
climb?
here? I guess we'll never know.
Not very.
It's like a
All right.
kind of torture.
Diggory is going
have
to
to
do
watch
that
the show.
and try and get into the mouth.
You
As he
climb
gets-
up. You climb up and you find in the mouth a stone key set into an indentation on the frog's tongue.
I'm going to regret this. So I'm going to summon Shadow to pick it up because, you know, I've seen this episode of Indiana Jones before. I know.
Your shadow picks it up and nothing happens.
He's a very graceful bull swan? No, bull dolphin? Looking at Les.
Regardless. If someone would like to retrieve our screaming dwarf, I believe I found the key.
After about it would have taken you about a minute for everything to do that, so the dwarf is fine and coming back.
Nothing quite like a swim after a small concussion. As you know, at the very least, it's not the worst thing. It's just a cracked horn, a compressed spine, and the brain damage, and the brain damage, and the brain damage, and the brain damage. Oh, hey, Shauna, when did you get here?
Oh dear.
And the brain damage.
If I'm going to reference Dragon Ball Z Abridged, I'm going to reference everything from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Well, at least you had a good swim. Brought any food back?
Yeah. Want to have the we can try the chicken calamari. I'm trying the key.
I am stepping
door.
over here. You don't mind if I keep these thieves' tools, do you?
Orvex looks at you. You can keep them for now, I guess. I don't. You seem to be better at using them than I am.
Thanks.
The door opens.
You know what I said about an old shrine in Omu covered in vines and 12 little tadpoles? Well, they're not in lines.
Let me. So this is what we'll do. I'm going to read the description here for you, and then we're going to take about a 5-ish minute break, and then we'll continue on.
I'm sure that 5-minute break will give me enough time just to scarf these last pieces down.
So steps descend to a ledge overlooking a pit of sharpened stakes. An alcove on the far wall has a pedestal with a stone cube resting on it. A relief carved into the back of the alcove shows a monstrous frog with tentacles fighting a crane. Wooden beams radiate from the walls at floor height with 4-foot gaps between them. Carved frog heads extrude from the walls above the beams. But with that, we're going to take a short 5-minute break or so and then be back for some more crazy Tomb of Annihilation action.
All right.
Yay.
Works for me.
everybody.
There we
So
go.
yeah, you find yourself looking into that room that I described just before I went to break. Arvex will kind of peek around the corner, and on the wall, along the relief on the wall that showed the monstrous frog with tentacles fighting a crane, there are some words in Old Omuan that Arvex says, "Well, if you would like, I can translate it for you. It is a bit of a story, but would would you like me to tell you?"
Hmm. Uh,
I'm not gonna read it.
I don't think any of
Me
us.
as well.
I don't think any of us can read it. But if you feel up to it,
I think this is a good spot to rest our weary bones for a little while.
It's the story of how Kubuzan, the frog with the tentacles, is fighting against Papa Zoltel. Is what the um, relief on the back shows. The inscription is telling you how Kubuzan earned the tentacles from the god Ubtao. Basically, Papa Zoltel didn't like the Omuans, and um, well, he sent a marsh frog to reason with Ubtao, but the frog, as it got there, was very mad and um, decided to wrestle the god instead. And that amused Ubtao, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. And when he returned to Papazodal, the Elbis, he chased Papazodal into the swamp with his new tentacles. That's about what it says, with a few extra flourishes in there or so.
an interesting story. And you said the floor was covered in spikes?
Yep. So the floor is about 30 feet down, and at the bottom of the pit has spikes.
Just going to cautiously go down the stairs. Bring my shadow behind me. It would appear the challenge would be to get across.
Looks like somebody has an advantage over getting across than someone else.
Hey, I punched the froghemoth. You can jump across the wooden beams. And or fly. Who am I to tell you what you're going to do? I wouldn't recommend the flying, however, if this is some variety of challenge of that variety.
So, because you like mentioned the jumping across, he's just going to float and just like touch the sides of each of the ones going across. But she's not actually going to touch the ground or the tops, just hit the sides of them and looking like the anime jumping across thing, but she's actually flying across.
You make it across perfectly fine to the other platform. Sitting in front of you is a small stone cube on a pedestal. Seems to be placed there with some a little bit of reverence, but seems to be placed there with the full intention for somebody to take it.
See, what isn't that hard? You know,
Well,
you could
I
have
can't-
also just put your Have your shadow be teleported over here or something.
Also not going to deny that. That being said, getting in is one thing, getting out is another. I say this as you're probably just going to fly across the gap anyway.
I am pretty much faster than whatever you guys could do to get across.
I mean, technically I can't. You are right, I could teleport. Not much faster than instant speed.
Are you taking the cube?
She is debating it because she totally could, but is also in the case of this seems too easy.
Perfect
That's easy
heckle
for you to
time, by the
say.
way.
Poor creature.
Wait. She flies back over. Who can teleport from here?
If that's really going to be the case.
Well, I mean, I can get someone over there, easy peasy.
So can I. I dismiss Shadow. Don't worry about this. I dismiss Shadow and resummon him on the other side. If it's within 30 feet, I can just do that.
It's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
That I meant the other direction. Because I can make my wings a tiny bit bigger
5,
for
10,
a short
15,
time,
20,
and then
25,
be
30.
able to carry someone over, and then have them teleport back with the cube. If something bad happens with the cube, they can teleport back quicker than I can fly back.
Also true, but watch this. But remember this. Diggory and the Shadow swap places. Remember that little trick I can do. Going to reach over, and I hate that I'm being
punches the Shadow.
I hate that I'm being led into doing this. Grabs the cube and hopefully is going to just swap places with the Shadow before Idun punches.
As you grab the So what was always said? Hold on. So you're grabbing the
I'm
stone.
grabbing hold of this. I'm grabbing the stone. I am making a distinct point to not move or lift it. I'm just holding it in such a manner as that it comes with me.
Okay, it is in your hand.
I swap places with the Shadow.
As soon as you do, and you do swap places,
At instant speed.
the gates shut.
Uh-oh.
And Idun, since you're actually the only one in there, you see as the gates have slammed shut, the frog heads on the wall all open their mouths, belching forth a poisonous gas that fills the room nearly instantaneously. Both Diggory's Shadow and Idun need to make a Constitution save.
Is this going to be for half damage or no damage?
Oops.
It is just for it's for all or nothing.
Okay, well, okay.
Right. Cool. So both of you you and the Shadow are taking Idun.
Correction. Idun is taking all the damage. The Shadow takes 1 damage and dissipates.
Yep. Idun, you take 13 points of poison damage. And we're going to do this in rounds just so we can keep track of stuff. So I'm just going to add a turn.
1, 2, 3,
and
4,
do
5,
one.
6.
going to add a custom turn.
What happened to the key after we used it?
It's still in your hand.
Oh, okay. That
You still have it. So on Idune's turn, you guys, the entire party will be able to act. Um, um, and then it will go to the poisons. We'll activate the poison, and it will restart the round. So your guys' turn is first, and since we're not, even though you're starting the turn, this is already you already took the initial damage. So what are you guys trying to do?
Doom was going to pound on the door, yelling at them to open it.
for the briefest of moments, Diggory is going to be like, maybe no. He's going to use the key on the door again. So I still have the key. The door still presumably has its lock.
Yep, it does. And you are able to unlock the door. The poison billows out into the air, but thick enough at the front of the door. The Diggory, I am going to have you make a Constitution save.
Fair enough.
With a +3.
So a dirty 20.
You're fine. You're fine.
Dune, I'm not going to question what you ate, but what did you eat? Ugh.
Next time, wait for everyone to be in the right area before you do that. Or wait for me to finish what I was saying.
Hold on 1 second. Nope, not that.
So, have we learned a lesson here?
Yes,
This
it's let people
is
finish
the
talking.
puzzle cube that you guys have found.
A stone die with an image of a frog hemoth carved into it.
It is actually about a little bit bigger than baseball size, actually.
There's a very large stone die with a figure of a frog hemoth carved into it.
Well, someone has an eye for detail.
At least
It
ways
almost looks like the actual thing.
At least ways it's more understandable than some crystal skulls I've seen. Or more accurately, read about, I suppose. Although, what am I talking about? Magic exists in this world. Cutting across crystal grain is probably the least ridiculous thing.
So you guys can add Kubazan's puzzle cube to your inventory.
Harry Dune, you need some brushes.
I need someone that
5 to lay
actually
on hands. 5 to lay on brush.
I'll throw it in my...
Yo 5?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 1 Kubazan's puzzle box in my inventory.
puzzle cube.
And
We'll
and
make that
removing poison.
I think she got poisoned. She just took poison damage.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
you
gonna,
didn't get poisoned. You just take poison damage.
I'm gonna put that in the bag of holding.
But with that, you
Right
sense that there is nothing else to do in the area, so we will move back to the overworld map.
Right next to a suspicious leather pouch wrapped in a complicated knot. Oh, sometime. I'm still scared of you.
I
Well,
mean, we could put it. We could give it. You could give it to me, and I could put it in a suspicious pouch.
But where do you guys want
She's
to
just
go?
She's joking with that one.
yeah.
Let's go somewhere where we can relax.
Up,
Hopefully.
open sesame.
Well, carnage aside, and go back into that enclosed area and rest there, presumably safely.
If you don't mind the smell, Orvex speaks. So as long as you don't mind the smell of, burning corpses or burnt corpses, they've been there for a while, I guess.
Sure, he's
We could-
someone and that would solve the problem.
Depending on it as well, I'm sure some of these other outbuildings are accessible.
Does anyone have a certain spell that allows us to step out of the planes for a little while? Looking at Les.
Does Les have a spell to do that? Isn't it whispers, hunger, vidar, hypnotic pattern, raven, feeblement,
No, she does not.
cautious, laughter? No, she does not have. She does not have like anything like demiplane, magnificent mansion, anything like that.
Huh.
Mordenkainen's hovel or whatever that spell is, don't have that.
Above board, would gentle repose actually work here? On the bodies that are left around.
No, that gentle
Nope.
repose requires it to be a freshly dead.
Okay.
Wait,
Was
what are you-
thinking use gentle repose on to
Maybe so they
strengthen-
don't smell.
Yeah.
This-
You touch a corpse or other remains for a duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead.
Although that only would be a target because it's a touch.
Yeah.
So
it's
it would
touch.
make, if it did work the way you're thinking, it would make the smell go down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably more than 1.
Yep. And she only has 2 slots of second level, so she would only be able to touch 2 corpses, and that will not
Well,
do it.
it's also
So if nothing
It's,
else, we should probably commandeer one
There
of
were
these buildings.
yeah.
There were about 20 or so corpses in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you could ritual cast it, but it would basically take so long. It would be like, well, we're all ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I've got the last one now.
Yeah.
We can stay here for the night.
But yeah, you guys can take one of the other buildings if you're trying to rest.
I would recommend doing that. It's certainly not the worst amount of resources we've used, but if Orvex here is gonna be needing it sooner than later, certainly sooner than any of us.
As you then walk out of a room full of poison.
So as you get to the door to the one building you're going to, it is surprisingly well intact. You open the door and
Suddenly.
I forgot the description of this.
Just an avalanche of skulls, a la Zack Snyder's Superman. And or skull throne.
As you open the door, it gives way relatively easily, and pouring out from out of there, a blue mist sweeps over the party.
Oh, good. Good.
Everybody needs to make a Constitution save.
No. Yay!
So much Constitution.
17 for me.
13.
22 for Diggory. And 24 for Les.
13.
Was very nearly a 30. Could have been a 30 for me. Can we just say it was a 30 for me? What's the difference? It's either a success or a success.
Well, since Shauna has her +3 here, she would have been the only person to fail the save. But with her +3, she saved. So none of you are stricken with mad monkey fever.
Oh, that thing.
Wait, let's see what happens with our friend. Where is Orvex? Never mind.
Yeah, he also gets the +3, so.
So he is safe. But after a little while, the house clears of the mad monkey fever, mad monkey mist, and it is relatively empty in there, and it does seem safe enough that you can camp. You do believe.
What did you hear? There it is. Okay, well, that could have gone worse.
And you set up for the night. For the first time in probably a long time, you don't really feel that to set up tents. You actually have a nice, warm, safe space, and are even able to bar the door and keep anything from entering.
All right. So as part of this long rest, or before the long rest starts, I'm going to ritual cast Identify on my Little now unlocked spellbook.
Oh boy.
Here we go. How badly is this going
Make-
to explode? It's got like 50 pages, and all of it is glyph of warding fireball.
Make me an intelligence save at disadvantage.
All right. 10.
Okay.
Are you within the?
Well,
Are you doing that in a corner or away from Shauna, or are you
how big is this
close
building?
to Shauna?
You're within her radius, so it would be a 13.
Would be
It's still a fail.
Yeah, okay. Worth checking.
Yeah.
You take 10 points of psychic damage, and your maximum HP is reduced permanently by 10.
Oh, good. I'm no. Great. Great. Override max HP becomes 46.
Welcome to the 40 Club.
However, you do
Les and I welcome
identify.
you.
You do identify what it is. What happened was, as you reached out to do this, some form of an eldritch being popped into your head, chuckled, and say, "Oh, you're not ready for the secrets, but I'll let you use them anyway." You take the psychic damage and find out that for your book, you have about 48 pages left in the book. Every time that you open and flip a page, it casts a random level random spell. That either, if it is a general area spell, such as like Fog Cloud that it did the first time, is centered on the book. Otherwise, you can pick the target if it chooses a target.
Interesting.
So that means, yes, you can potentially roll a 9th level spell to be cast out of the book. And it is also out of a random spell selection as well, too. So it's not just wizard spells or sorcerer spells or anything. It can be any spell.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, speaking of brain damage. Ugh. Oi. Okay. Note to self, be careful about messing with this then. Anybody else?
Since everyone else is messing with their special item, I think the special item that I have is a large signet ring.
Yes.
So Gadoon goes to a corner and takes that out. It's like, everyone else's weird item's doing something. Are you doing something? Just holds it in your hand without putting it on. Just holds it in your hand.
You don't hear anything.
Huh. Well, what's the shot? Puts it back in her pocket. And just like, eh. Everyone else's stuff was doing something, so worth a shot.
Sorry, I'm looking into things. I'm trying to figure out more things about Kalishtar. Because, yeah. It's kind of a blind race in my significant thinking.
Bland, you mean?
No, blind. I'm not really sure about the whole physical and dual mindset stuff still.
Means you can't sleep, or it means that your sleep is weird.
Mm-hmm. Dual mind links, trying to figure out things. Anywho's, crown time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Are you going to have Diggory cast Identify on the crown?
Let's try that again. And the sword. And the sword. And the sword. And the sword. And the sword.
And this. Man. Okay, you know what? Oh, fine. You know what else? Whatever. I've already suffered 2 instances of brain damage. What's some more of that? You wanna? All right. Let's see if we can't get anything more out of this. Grab hold of the crown. I'm gonna ritual cast Identify again. Was it gonna get me anything more? Or am I just gonna be? Was it gonna be more of the same? Visions of destruction and fire.
At this point, I'm sure Diggory's head is going to just explode.
Roll me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh, here we go again. And here's the thing. I'm okay with intelligence saves. Wisdom, not so much. 6 plus 3, so 9. How
No, you
quick?
don't find out any.
How-
You do not find out any additional information about the crown. You get the same vision as you try to identify it. There's destruction and chaos that's being led. You do get one small little bit of additional information though. Is that you do feel that as you are holding on to this, the crown seems to smell of sulfur or of the hells.
Uh-oh.
Probably the
Uh-oh.
least paladin
Uh-oh.
thing you could have gotten. I hesitate to ask, where did you acquire the shard of this crown?
Does she
Oh.
wish?
She has a -1 in intelligence, so probably in the vault of the Strixhavens.
Okay. My book I discovered on in a weird little side part of a library that I found in my travels before we met. You're telling me that you took this, presumably out of, if you use the word vault, presumably out of a secured area.
I mean, it could have been just like the Philosopher's Stone and ended up in my hand somehow.
If magic didn't make this world more interesting, I swear it's only made it more dangerous. Oh boy. Well, whatever.
Next time,
My
ask
position
Sora about it.
My position still stands. Do not anyone put this on.
Yeah, next time I'll ask Sora about it. Maybe he knows more about this thing.
Well, as long as we're giving me brain damage in various ways. You said you also wanted to look over the sword again?
Yep, go ahead. Everyone else said not to use it, so have fun.
What's the ground?
Big smile.
What's the floor like in this? Wood, stone, dirt?
It is a dirt floor. It is basically just completely bare dirt.
Good. I'm going to drive the point of the sword into the dirt. Just like that's just enough that it just stands there. And I'll hold the handle as I cast Ritual Identify again.
Okay. You find out the information about the sword for its functions that I put in general chat for it. You also discover that the sword is craving its other half.
Interesting.
It is an actual craving. Like, you feel that craving taking over you.
Ooh. Going the spell fades. I'm going to, I suppose, hesitatingly, that's out of flavor, take my hand off the sword. This is a interesting piece of kit. Apparently,
Yeah, right?
yes, indeed. And one of a pair, even. I mean, outside of the magic that we have already established, it being a exquisitely sharp blade, plus the ability that it has to drain your life to heal others, the a extra strength against chaotic beings. But it also has a twin, apparently, that it I wouldn't say it's sentient, but it has a craving to be reunited with itself.
I wonder if anyone else is listening to Diggory.
Is anyone else listening to Diggory?
Listening and out of her league. Having a hard time following.
Yadun is focusing on every third word. So most not.
Also, for a little bit clarification, you don't get the feeling that the sword itself is fully sentient, but you do get a whiff of sentience, like something's been split, and might be why it's craving its the other pair of it, or the other one of it.
Huh. Well, there's another plot hook, I suppose. Find the other half of this sword. And if naming conventions rhyme, if we have the Sword of Light, we're looking for a Sword of Darkness then.
Sounds like fun.
That will curse us and allow us to cast Diesel. Shining Force.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm over.
Then it will combine and become the Chaos Breaker.
Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, okay, it's the Pontiff's twin swords, the Sword of Night and Flame, even from Elden Ring. But at any rate,
I know the Shining Force, because there is a Sword of Light and a Sword of Darkness that you combine into the Chaos Breaker. That becomes a green lightsaber sword.
Cool.
That uses Frost level 3 when you use it in combat.
Ooh.
Which is slightly worse than what the Sword of Light can do, which is Lightning level 2, which can hit like way more people.
All you regular viewers out there, cross off your bingo card. Digi mention Shining Force again. And at the same time, you also can cross off Chun mentions Dark Souls or FromSoft anything.
It is a good thing. But yeah, the rest of the night will pass relatively uneventfully for you guys.
Diesels, these.
Idun.
Yes, I hate myself.
And Shauna.
Hi.
Both of you need to make wisdom saves for me, please.
Oh, hey, something I'm really good at.
Oh, good. The paladin's going to be wearing the crown and is going to become a bad guy, and
Wait.
You know, I was saying this to be funny. I didn't expect you to roll a natural 1, you...
Wait, that should be a 19 because it was.
You,
Huh.
you rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
It's a +9.
But,
That's
but
how it
was
becomes a 10.
Okay, so here's the thing.
At best, you have a
It was-
13. I'm not sure that's still a success. Besides, you rolled a natural 1 regardless. You put the fucking crown on in your sleep, you nonsensical, silly college girl. What were you thinking, stealing from a college vault from a magic academy? I'm sure you've seen Harry Potter. You know what variety of nonsense is in those secret vaults of magic schools. You nonsensical girl.
So
To
yeah,
be fair,
so-
she does have advantage on wisdom saving throws that she totally did not use.
She gets advantage, so you can roll one more.
Oh, good. So it's possible that I had an entire hilarious rant for no good reason.
Yes.
Good. She rolled it too.
So yes, the group will wake to find Shauna wearing the crown. Kitsu, can I borrow you in the sidebar channel, please?
Good.
Long rest, right, though?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Before you go, we took a long rest, right?
Yes, you took a long rest.
Okay. Want to make sure. Do things. Well, you are half right. Your rant did not go to waste.
Yeah, it makes me so happy, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I love being right.
Which also means that the ring I have is also something really bad, even though it didn't do anything.
Yeah, so, you got a ring possessed probably of some noble ghost. They have a crown that's probably like, I don't know, a lieutenant of Asmodeus or something of that variety. Maybe a Balrog is inside of it. My book is possessed of an eldritch arcane deity with the ability to that's like the embodiment of wild magic. Les, do you have anything going on in your muteness that's what we should be worried about? Or what? Or how about you, Ramira? Does your act speak to you?
Do you actually have a thing? Do you have a thing that is a thing that you got that's random? I know I have the ring, and then the black onyx orb, and now the gold nugget.
You know
and
what?
The medallion.
Honestly, I made a reference to it earlier. I'm not going to not Chekhov's gun this. If this turns out poorly, I may as well just go ahead and do that.
Grab my black onyx orb and become a druid?
No, actually, although that would be kind of funny as well. I don't have the wisdom to become a druid.
Not with that attitude. I became a warlock in our last campaign, and I had nowhere near the charisma stat to do it.
Yeah, but you also were able to utilize it because I overtuned the Sparkle Tink too fucking badly.
Also, it was hilarious because Juan just did not take that thing.
Yeah.
You gave him a super overpowered weapon, and then he just couldn't use it or something. Like, what was the reason why he just didn't?
I don't know why. I don't remember why he thought he couldn't use it. He just tried to break it. Because it was like the idea of like having a weapon possessed of a quickling wasn't right to him or such nonsense. But to that point, Sparkle Tink has made an appearance in my IRL table game lately, so there you go. It's taken the form of a longbow.
How did it get away from Chip, though? Chip was the last one to have it.
Magical shenaniganery.
Please tell me you have have something that happened with Chip at the end that made it so that happened.
The magical
That or-
shenaniganery is parallel worlds. I'm not having the Curse of Strahd game run in the same world technically.
Granted, out of the characters to show up, Chip is probably one of the more, in terms of his personality, he's one of the more tamer ones to show up.
Sure. I mean, it's not that I haven't gotten...
He is just the good boy.
Yeah. And it's not that I haven't gotten characters from other games to cross over. There's like one of the first game I DM'd actually, one of my player characters has become sort of a mainstay for NPCs of mine, Ophios Azrael, the agnostic paladin. How does that work in Dungeons and Dragons? Don't ask me. Ask my player, and even she couldn't give me a good answer.
Oh my god.
Granted, in my headcanon of what happened after the Curse of Strahd campaign is that Chip and Kitsu's character went off just to go keep searching wherever the heck they were searching for. Because it's like, oh hey, we both now have random weird things happening to us. Let's just stay together and have more random weird things happen.
Yeah.
We'll eventually find what we're doing.
Combination of Sparkle Tink and Zemelgeese.
Yep. Considering that
I think Kostya stayed in Barovia.
Kostya stayed in Barovia to basically be New Strahd. Theo is trying to set up trade with Barovia with his noble house.
Yeah. Yeah. And I doubt we're ever going to go back to those characters, but you want to know how well that went?
Terribly.
About 2 weeks later, Barovia got separated again.
So Kostya basically became New Strahd.
Not that you know of.
Well, that's the only that's either that or Strahd comes back.
Well, rules as written, Strahd comes back.
Yeah, because he didn't actually do whatever we're supposed to do.
You didn't act. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to defeat Strahd's body, follow the mist back to his crypt, and destroy him there.
Yep. But the way that it was for our characters definitely was we're just trying to leave at that point. And it was a combination of things of why we were trying to leave.
Yeah. And admittedly, I do have my own headcanon of what's happening in our version of Barovia as well. And I think it actually might be worth another go if we want to do another party and run through that again for whatever godforsaken reason. But
yeah. Yeah, Chip and Kitsu's character are way off. Not even. They did not go back to Barovia or go do anything with any other party members.
Toll is the only flying Kenku in the world.
Yep. Laughing at all the Kenkus with his Thomas the Tank Engine laugh.
Doot is still trying to figure out what happened to his father.
Yep. So other than the little random, the antagonist thing, were certain storylines supposed to get wrapped up in the Curse of Strahd?
Well, here's the thing. Like certain storylines wrapped up. Bitch, we didn't even see 2/3 of the book. There are whole ass dungeons and regions that you just never touched on. And I tried to get some things. There was that I dropped at least a half dozen hints about the black serpent Yig that you never went on after that. I did that with Toll. No, not Toll. I did that. I did it with.
Yo.
I did it with. Crap. I did it. I did it with. No.
Which person's character?
I know. I did it with Doot. I did it with Von Ka's character. Why is his name leaving me?
Theo.
Theo. Yes, Yes, Theo. I did it with Theo. Nobody. I made mentions time and again about snakes in deep water, and no one ever went to the goddamn giant lake.
So the party will see, after standing completely still for you're not exactly sure how long, you'll see Shauna rip off the crown and throw it to the ground.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Well, somebody made a mistake in the night.
I got to see Sora. He said that he didn't know how it got in my hands. And then the vision just turned into a throne room of some sort. You were right. There was it is cursed.
So, you wanted to? Shall we put it in your extra dimensional bag or mine?
If the bag doesn't decide to take the crown for itself, there's a demon inside there, you know?
Let's put it in mine then. My bag won't eat it.
With you putting the crown into the bag of holding, safely storing it away, potentially. We're gonna wrap up the session there.
Actually,
yes.
I'm just gonna declare it. Let's put ourselves right in the crosshairs of it. Diggory puts the crown into the bag and comes back holding the pouch. Who else wants to make bad decisions?
What?
With you guys putting the crown away, and learning some interesting facts about it, we're gonna end the session there.
All right.
And you guys will gain a level.
Oh, cool.
For getting your first
a wizard level or another in fighter?
For finding your first puzzle stone, you get your next level.
Yay! We almost sacrificed the dune for doing so.
Yay, now I can be safe from fireball.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I got evasion.
Be safe from fireball, which can't be cast because the only person close to casting it is the fighter wizard again.
Well, we got less. If we have less, take the because less levels up. And you might gain spell or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. So with this, I get two. I learn 2 first level spells anyway.
Shall I paladin level or grab an A secondary class.
If you were to grab a secondary class, I would definitely say bard with the way that you're playing and have it be a arty bard.
Mm-hmm.
Party bard. Did I accidentally throw away my note card with how I was building?
If I dump a level in the paladin, I'll get aura warding. Aura of warding. Ancient magic lies so heavily upon you that it forms an eldritch ward,
I think I accidentally
blunting
threw
energy
away.
from beyond the material planes. You and your allies have resistance to necrotic, psychic, and radiant damage, while in your aura of protection.
I think I accidentally threw away my build card.
Uh-oh.
Whoopsie
Oh
doodles.
no. But
So yeah.
with that, I'm going to wrap up the stream. So everybody who has been here, thank you for all the new follows. Thank you for all the cool folks and hanging around. Guild D&D Club, Luna's Pyram, Minor Trader. Thank you for the new follows. I really need to get around doing the reaching my follower goal special. Probably will do that next week.
Ooh, fun for that. In the meantime, on my side, thank you all for the new follows, and for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Yep. We'll see y'all.
The older I get, the more I appreciate good music.
Yeah, what's that got to do with what we just heard?
Nothing, just thought I'd mention it.